Peace and light to everyone out there. My name is Corey. This is the Mother's House Podcast, and these are my thoughts and opinions. So, these are called Real Thoughts. So, if you like this episode, go ahead and let's build in the comment section. And we're going to get right into the discussion. I was looking on the internet, searching through YouTube, Twitterverse, and everything. I'm seeing a lot of this thing. A lot of interesting things amongst us as black millennials. My name is, I'm considered a black millennial in quote-unquote quotations, but, I don't classify myself as a black millennial due to certain, the emotions and, the standards that I stand from, and the cloth I come from, A lot of times I see with us as black millennials, I'm just saying us in the context of things, we're very narcissistic in this society. We become more, our highest, greatest, and our biggest value lies in ourself. What can we get from certain situations, certain issues, certain avenues for self for right now? What can I get out of this situation for right now, for myself? Our greatest value does not lie in the children. If our greatest value lies in the children, we'll take women being oppressed, women, the mothers of our children, the mothers of these young babies, or young black boys and young black girls, being traumatized by rape culture and all the different ills that women face, young black women face. We'll have a more sympathetic ear to it than we do now. We'll actually be more aggressive against pedophilia within our community. Black girls wouldn't be going up missing as nearly as much if we put our greatest value into the children than we do ourselves. Now, this is not only just all on the men, this also fallbacks on the women. This fallbacks on all of society. And this all stem from post-traumatic slave syndrome, transgenerational trauma, epigenetics. All these different things play into the role that we see today, and it really does affect us as black millennials to this day. Too many of us are looking for instant gratification. That's why we're so popular, or try to chase icon status or images or satisfaction or just an emotional high from Instagram and from Twitter and from Facebook, even down to YouTube, even to this video. Definitely hit that like button, but still at the same time, I just want you to hit the like button and share and really have a real conversation. Not because I want you to get my page up, I want to make some money off of it. Granted, it happens. It don't. It doesn't bother me either, or I'm still figure out a way to make things happen. But this is the thing, us as millennials, young black millennials, we don't put our value into the next generation. Many of us are becoming more narcissistic. There have been studies showing that this generation is the most narcissistic generation than all the other generation previous. And the reason being is because we have fallen victim into celebrityhood. We fall victim to the whole idea that media had painted for us, that anyone can be a star, anybody can be a celebrity, anybody can acquire wealth off of being a celebrity. If we're looking at what we're seeing right now, just being black in America, you're not offered the same equal pay as your white counterparts. If you're a black woman, is lesser than that than a black man. So, and then black men, you can't really find a job. So there's a lot of trauma, and then we're coping. We're in an age of coping with our trauma. That's why we go to these news feeds. That's why we go to these Twitter feeds. That's why we look for instant gratification, because we're in a sense of coping. We want somebody to coddle us. We want somebody to say that we matter. We want somebody to hold us and help us. And we don't need to be in that state, because that's not good for the children. Many of us as black millennials don't want to have children. There's I hear a lot of black women, not, I ain't gonna speak to all black women, but there's, a large number of black women who don't want to have children, and that's okay. Nobody should be shamed for making a choice. If that's the choice you want to make, that's the choice you want to make. But this is the reason why a lot of people, not just black women, a lot of black men run this same reason. A lot of black men in the 90s, in the early 80s, and during the crack epidemic has hurt our community so bad. It's because the motherfuckers were scared of responsibilities, and they wanted to find that coping. So when you're in a state of cope, when you're a dope fiend, you're not looking for trying to uphold a responsibility by taking care of a child. Like, what the I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to get high. I'm trying to numb this pain that I see every day, to numb this pain I feel every day. And some of us think of it in a logical sense, like, I don't have enough money. That's another aspect of why a lot of millennials don't want to have children, because right now our finances are nowhere near where they should be, and we don't want to bring our children into a bad situation financially. We don't want our children to grow up in poverty. We don't want our children to grow up in destitute situations. But I got to keep it 1,000 with you. A lot of people expect you to tell them to lie to them. And I can't lie to you. You want me to lie to you. You don't want to hear the truth. You want me to lie to you and keep it fly to you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I got to speak the truth. The real reason most of us millennials do not want to have children, many reasons why we not focus on the children right now, we just focus on ourselves. Our greatest value is in self, is because a lot of us do not want the responsibility. We don't think we deserve or have to have that responsibility. That's the real reason why children are not being born. A lot of reasons why a lot of people are not putting their focus or interest or even speaking to the onus of what the children are seeing. We leaving the children out in the cold. We got black women fussing about this one thing. You got black men fussing about this one thing, and nobody having a conversation together because they thinking, because their mind is not on, because their mind is not in link for the child. When you do that, the child is left alone. The child don't know which way to go. So I don't know which way the generation behind us is going. You can't really put a pinpoint on where they're going, because nobody is really addressing them. Nobody is really talking to them. Nobody is really doing certain things to try to help better them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not across the board, but when you look at the internet, when you look at social media, when you look at everything else, the number one generation is getting exploited is the generation behind us. When we were younger, we were the number ones getting exploited. That's why we're in a situation now. The generation behind us is getting exploited. And the reason why they're getting exploited, because we're ignoring them. We're not sitting down talking to them. We're not listening to them. We're not speaking to them. We're not really educating to them. We're educating each other. We're playing intellectual masturbation online constantly with each other. We having these debates against black women, against black men, against transgender, against all these different things, homosexual, straight men, this and that. As black people, we ain't got time for that, because these babies can't eat off of that. Bishop said shorty can't eat no books, B. It's granted we need the knowledge, granted we need to understand, granted we need to overstand, granted we all need freedom, not just the generation behind us, but we all need it. And yes, we want it now, and we deserve it now. But in reality, brother and sisters, the generation behind us is going to reap the benefits that we push forward for today. We can't sit out here. The problem with our generation, we don't want to give up responsibility. We don't want the responsibility for our generation next after us. And on top of that, we refuse to give up anything. We don't want to sacrifice for nothing. We will not sacrifice on anything. That's why boycotts never fully happen in this generation. We don't have the gall to sacrifice 362 days of simple internet access, or simple bus fees, or simple going to Walmart, or simply just buying black. We don't want to do that for no 362 days when it's so convenient to go to Walmart, when it's so convenient to hop on the internet, go straight to Netflix and watch Netflix to get through our day, because we need that emotional high. That's the problem with black millennials today. We also think we too smart, and we smarter than everybody when we not. You know who's smart? These babies, and we're not listening to them. We're not looking at them, and we're not even educating them. So, with that being said, my brothers and sisters, and anybody listening, it's not just going for just for anybody that's listening. The greatest value gotta lie in the children. It don't need to lie in yourself. When you lie in the children, you put in the onus, you put in respect, and you put in love back into the community. And the Maasai people, when the warriors come to different villages and greet each other warriors, they say, "How are the children?" That's how they greet each other. They don't greet each other, "What's up, my brother? How are you doing?" They ask about the children first. As long as the children is good, they know the mother is good because she's the one that's taking care of the children. They know the father is good because he's up there protecting the children. Everyone's happy. Put value back into the children. That's all I gotta say. Let's build in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. This is my thoughts and opinion. This might not even get that many views, but if it do and you listen this far, I really rock with you. Please check out the Mother's House podcast. And definitely go out there to Thought Crimes. Go out there to Yvette Cornell. Check out all these different dope people that's out here really speaking truth. We just trying to give our part, and I'm just doing my part too. Peace, love, and light to you all. One love.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to